I often get the question, why do people volunteer? What is it that makes a person dedicate their time and effort to something without expecting money in return? And now, I think we can all agree that people usually don't do it because they get a couple of free drinks or a cool t-shirt or a handful of stickers. What these people are doing makes them part of the volunteerism culture, and I would like to tell you how volunteerism culture can change our world. This is Nowhere. It's basically the European baby brother of Burning Man. We base ourselves on the same principles such as self-expression, self-reliance, and inclusion. And we basically do the same things as our friends in the US. We go out into a desert area in Spain, we build a settlement, we live there for a while, and then we take it all down again, and we leave nothing but footprints. I've been involved with Nowhere as a volunteer for about 5 years now. I started out decorating toilets, and I ended up being in charge of volunteer coordination, media, and currently communication. Nowhere is completely depending on volunteers. Without these people, there would be no settlement, there wouldn't be any art, and there would simply be no event. I know people who dedicate months of their lives every single year to make this thing happen. And I know other people who just dedicate a few hours during one afternoon. And now, the difference between them doesn't matter to us because of another principle that we have in common with Burning Man, which is participation. Every single individual is able to get involved whenever they want, in whatever way they choose, regardless of their backgrounds. Because of this participation, I was able to learn a lot while working with the people at Nowhere. For example, I learned to build a structure, and I used to be someone who didn't even know how to use a power drill. I learned how to give myself a break so as to not overwork myself, and I learned how to prepare myself for a stressful situation. And I was also able to teach people. I was able to teach people how they could organize their teams and help people dealing with stressful situations between individuals. And this year, I'm going to go out there again, and maybe I will be able to teach others how they can build their structures. Now, I'm not saying that we should go out into the desert altogether and start building things. What I'm saying is that we should have a closer look at this participatory community, this culture of volunteerism, and see what we can take from that and implement that into our own lives to change our world. Because we might have all heard people say this, and we might have said it ourselves from time to time, which is, why is nobody doing this? Why is this not a project? I wish someone would take this thing that I care about and turns it into something that I could contribute to. And now, in the community that I'm a part of, we have a pretty simple answer to that. I can't wait to see you do it. And actually, when you consider it, it is that simple. If you come across something that sparks something in you, that sparks a passion, that fills you with excitement that you feel should happen, don't wait for others to take the initiative. Step up and do it. And now, in this current society, it's really easy to think at that moment like, my project will not be able to generate a profit, or I won't be able to pay people for contributing to what I want to do. And now, if we take this commercial idea away from it, what you are left with is a volunteerism project. And how to make a volunteerism project happen is by sharing 5 things. And the first one is definitely the easiest one, which is share your idea. Communicate to people what that thing inside your head is that needs to come out. Tell others about this thing that you want to do and this project that you want to start. And now, sooner or later, while you keep on communicating this, you're going to come across other individuals who feel the same way, who share that excitement for your project. Or even better, you might come across people who are able to add something to your project and take it to even to a higher level and improve it. And before you know it, you might be sitting down, having a brainstorm, taking notes, and taking the first steps into making it happen. And when it happens, share your knowledge. And it really doesn't matter if you have a degree at one of the most prestigious universities on the planet, or whether you haven't even finished middle school. Every single individual, regardless of their backgrounds, has valuable information that can be shared, that is worth sharing. For example, I learned through another TED Talk by Terry Moore that I've been tying my shoelaces wrong my entire life. And I've been having a really good time sharing this knowledge with other people. And though this may sound incredibly trivial and unimportant and really small, I can see the change that that can make for certain people, how that adds something to what they know. And just imagine if it would just not be this tiny little thing, but something more important, something more essential, and the effect that that can have on the people that are involved with your project and the community around you. And now, while that is happening, share your experience. Our knowledge would be nothing without the experience that we have in life. And let's be honest, experience makes us amazing teachers. When I was out there at nowhere and I learned how to build a structure, someone needed to explain to me how I used that power drill preferably without hurting myself or others around me. This person took his experience to transfer this skill onto me. And this way, I was able to go home with a whole new skill set. I was able to build something, physically, actually build a structure. And in daily life, this would have never been possible for me because it's not something I do for a living, and it's not something I have a degree in. And by sharing our experience, we are able to share our skill sets with other people. We can broaden each other's horizon without dedicating ourselves to a study or taking up a new profession. And now, the next thing that I feel you should be sharing is probably the most important one. And we've heard this word a lot today because actually it's a pretty important word. Share your passion. If you are starting this project, if you are doing this, if you're getting all these people involved, if you're dedicating all this time and energy into this, that must mean you're passionate about what you're doing. And you need to share that, you need to show that, because passion is incredibly contagious. It is able to take you and the people around you, your project, to a higher level, because it sparks more excitement in the people around you. And it just improves the situation that you're in, and you're always able to see new opportunities, and people will be able to bounce off of each other easier. Now, the last thing that I feel you should be sharing is the answer to the question that we started with. Why do people volunteer? Because it's fun. Because they enjoy what they do. Because let's be honest, if you dedicate time and effort to something without getting money in return, then why are you doing it? And again, we know it's not because you get free drinks or a cool t-shirt or a stack of buttons. It's because you enjoy what you do, because you enjoy what you take away from it as a person. I believe that everybody at some point in their lives must have had this idea for a project. And most people probably didn't go through with it. And now, is that because you didn't feel it was worth it because it wouldn't generate a profit, or you didn't have the time, or you didn't have the confidence to do it? Now, think about that project that you might have had in your head once, and just consider it for a moment, and then implement those 5 things that you can share into that idea, and think about what that could do for you as a person, how that could change the people that might get involved, and how that could contribute to your community, and how that could change your world. I can't wait to see you do it. Thank you.